Hello and welcome back to another video in the world of Monster Hunter. This is the Odium Maximus and it is a Charge Blade build for the Odogaron Charge Blade Odium. Now before I actually start this, if you've played it this far, this is not the most damaging build, it is not the best build. This is a build I've come up with for a weapon as an alternative to either Diabolus Tyrannus 2 or Taroth Strong Arm Horn. This build does not compare to those weapons in any way, shape or form. It is kind of on par with the sword and axe hits, but when it comes to overall damage, including files, it really is lacking. This is just something I've thrown together to sort of just make my Charge Blade aesthetic more pleasing, I suppose, rather than whenever I play Charge Blade I'm just using those two. I can use something else just for a little bit of a laugh. Anyway, on to the equipment and skills. Now the great thing about this weapon is its stupidly high affinity, so we're going to go with a health augment. A Kaiser Gamma helmet with Tenderizer and Tenderizer, Damascus Beatus chest with 3 attack decorations, Kaiser Gamma gloves with Elementless, Valhazak Gamma waist with another Tenderizer and 2 attack decorations, and then Kaiser Gamma boots with magazine and iron wall, and finally the Artillery Charm 3. Now obviously this will give us Teostra's Master's Touch, Critical Eye level 7, Attack Boost level 5, Artillery level 3, Weakness Exploit level 3, Focus level 2, which is a bit of a bummer, Recovery Speed level 2, Dragon Attack is a pure side effect, Non-Elemental Boost, Capacity Boost and Guard level 1. Now the great thing about this build, I suppose you could argue, is that on weak points you have a 100% chance to crit, and being that this weapon has natural white sharpness, adding in Master's Touch is just hilarious. However, on non-weak points you have a 60% chance to crit, so you're still managing your sharpness quite effectively. I've been playing around with this build for a while now and not once have I had to sharpen. Now, as I previously mentioned, damage wise, particularly with sword or axe form, it's not too far below the meta Charge Blade, the Diabolus Tyrannus 2 or the Taroth Horn. It's kind of up there. Now one thing I have noticed in how to utilize its higher or on par-ish capabilities with its physical attacks rather than the file attacks or the impact file attack, just because as you can see the files are completely lacking in comparison, is rather than doing the super amped elemental discharge, do the axe combo beforehand. So basically go into axe form with full files and swing it around a little bit before going into super amped elemental discharge. This will help make up for some of the damage that you'll be missing out on due to the fact that this weapon isn't a complete beast. Now on the only plus side really that this weapon has over every other Charge Blade in the game, and that is it probably looks the best, which is why I've really came into doing this in the first place, just because of how it looks aesthetically. You know, if you're going to hunt monsters you might as well hunt them while looking awesome. So this is basically what I've come up with. Like I said, it is not the most damaging, it is not the best build, but it certainly works. You're not going to do speed runs with it. It's quite fun to do. It sort of takes you back to a little bit of the roots of when you weren't completely OP, because those monsters that you could kill in 2 minutes are now going to take like 4 minutes. and you don't really tend to do enough physical damage due to the fact that this weapon, like physicality wise, from its pure raw, is so much lower than a lot of other charged blades, but it's got that affinity which does help make up for it, particularly if you do have crit boost level 3 as well as elementless decorations. You kind of get some of it back, but not all of it, and just like I said, it just looks so darn cool. I really do love the look of this weapon. I think it is absolutely amazing. Anyway, I do hope this sort of brings a little bit of life back into your Charge Blade fun. That is me. Thank you very much for watching. Have fun. Don't die. It really is bad for the health. And I hope to see you guys pretty darn soon. Ta-ra.